The lecture hall of the Galactic Military Academy settled into its familiar cadence as Professor Zixtala fine-tuned her vocal harmonics to engage the diverse assembly of cadets. Today's subject was an examination of military comparisons, focusing on the effectiveness of various species in combat across recognized civilizations. The professor from Zentoria surveyed the gathered students with a keen gaze from all four of his eyes. Valiant warriors adorned in shimmering exoskeletons, graceful beings with crystalline bodies casting prismatic reflections in the classroom, sturdy engineers displaying their characteristic focused demeanor, and interspersed among them, the curious two-legged creatures from the newly explored realm known as Earth. As we delve into the military capabilities of different species, Professor Zixtala commenced, her translator device converting her clicking speech into standard galactic. We must take into account not just raw physical strength, but also tactical adaptability, technological integration, and what military theorists refer to as combat multiplication factors. She engaged the holographic display, presenting side-by-side statistics. The Valkyrie, for example, had innate protection and superior power, rendering each warrior impressive. Their ratio of kills to casualties in typical confrontations stands at 3.2 to 1. Several Valkyrie cadets buzzed with pride. The Ashari employed their unique crystalline structure for sophisticated electromagnetic warfare, attaining impressive ratios of 4.1 to 1 in technological battles. The crystalline entities resonated with a harmonious contentment. Gornish engineering cores, though not mainly designed for combat, exhibit remarkable defensive ratios of 2.8 to 1 due to their advanced fortification methods. The instructor meticulously traversed an array of species. Every statistic was received with thoughtful nods. From the corresponding cadets, the human students, who were only recently admitted to the academy after first contact 3 years ago, listened quietly, taking notes with their rudimentary writing instruments. From the rear of the hall, a petite woman lifted her hand. Professor Zixtala's gaze settled on Cadet Sarah Chun, a recent entrant to the academy. Indeed, Cadet Chun? Professor, I observe that you have not included humans in your comparative analysis. What is the kill ratio for an individual Earth Marine? The room became quiet. Professor Zixtala's mandibles clicked with a hint of anxiety. She had wished to steer clear of this specific subject, yet the principles of academic integrity required a truthful reply. Indeed, Cadet Chun, the categorization of human military statistics presents certain challenges when applying our conventional metrics. In what way? Chun's voice maintained a tone of deference. Intrigued, a number of extraterrestrial trainees leaned in with keen interest. Professor Zixtala deftly navigated the holographic display, revealing a fresh array of data that caused her secondary heart to race with excitement. Based on our examination of your kind's military past and the few encounters since our meeting, a lone human Marine achieves an average kill ratio of... She hesitated, rechecking the statistics that her research team had confirmed several times. About 127 to 1. The quiet lingered, taut like a wire on the verge of breaking. A Valkyrie cadet's chittering halted abruptly, and a Cher's melodic humming faded into serene silence. My apologies, Professor, remarked another human cadet, Marcus Rodriguez. Would you mind repeating that number? 127 adversary. The professor confirmed, albeit with some hesitation, the number of casualties per Marine incident. Nevertheless, this figure demands considerable contextual clarification. The classroom burst forth with a chaotic symphony of unfamiliar noises, chattering, buzzing, and an array of astonished reactions, conveyed by a multitude of diverse beings. Quietude. Professor Zixtala's voice resonated powerfully through her amplifiers. The atmosphere became quiet. As I mentioned, context is essential. This ratio is not attained through exceptional personal physical abilities. She introduced innovative holographic displays, illustrating human physiology in relation to various other species. Humans exhibit rather unremarkable physical attributes. Standard power, reasonable velocity, minimal inherent protection, lacking unique battle adaptations. So what's the method? Inquired a Gornish cadet, his mechanical voice synthesizer buzzing with uncertainty. Professor Zixdala's instructional instincts clashed with her increasing discomfort regarding the topic at hand. The effectiveness of human military operations arises from a variety of distinct elements. Initially, their mental structure. Humans exhibit a striking ability for aggression, alongside an impressive skill in managing their emotions during challenging situations. She retrieved strategic assessments. Secondly, their method of engaging in battle is fundamentally distinct from that of other species, with Valkyrie fighting for the sake of honor while Ashari pursue logical goals. Individuals engage in battles for intangible notions, liberty, camaraderie, and principles. This generates what we refer to as an increase in motivation, yet it seems unlikely that this alone could explain such figures. Challenged a cadet from the Valkyrie warrior caste. Third, the professor continued, humans exhibit remarkable adaptability in their strategies. They adjust. Their approaches foster involvement, frequently setting aside traditional principles in favor of spontaneous remedies. Our combat predictive models regularly struggle when evaluating human tactical choices, as they function beyond traditional military reasoning. Apprentice Chun lifted her hand once more. Professor, are you suggesting that we lack predictability? Not surprising. Cadet, unexpectedly imaginative. A notable distinction exists. Professor Zixdala presented footage of recent clashes along the border with the aggressive Krex Empire, showcasing the military prowess of humanity to the galaxy. In the midst of the Battle of Kepler Station, a lone squad of 12 Marines valiantly defended against a full Krex assault battalion comprising over 1,500 warriors for an impressive 6 hours until help finally arrived. They employ makeshift explosives, exploit environmental dangers, and utilize what can only be termed as psychological manipulation to secure total tactical success. The room observed in hushed awe as the footage revealed individuals achieving the unthinkable, driven by relentless resolve and inventive brutality. But perhaps most importantly, Professor Zixdala continued, her voice taking on a more solemn tone. Humans have a unique quality that is unparalleled in any other species. They lack an understanding of what constitutes tolerable sacrifices in the name of safeguarding. Some individuals, a human Marine will dedicate boundless resources, even their own life, to rescue a single civilian or comrade. She took a moment, allowing the meanings to sink in. This generates strategic situations in which individuals become significantly more formidable when trapped or when protecting others. They persist, refusing to back down, bargain, or yield even when any sensible being would assess the hopelessness of ongoing defiance. The stillness lingered until Cadet Chun's voice broke through, soft yet distinct. Professor, you portray us as if we are creatures of darkness. Professor Zixdala's gaze, sharp and observant, connected with the humans as well. On the contrary, Cadet Chun, we have meticulously examined countless species throughout the galaxy. The qualities that render humans formidable in battle are precisely what also make them exceptional companions. You engage not out of a love for conflict, but because you cannot stand for what is unfair. The blend of strategic genius and unwavering principles is a rarity the galaxy has yet to witness. She surveyed the diverse classroom of extraterrestrial trainees, each one gazing at the small cluster of humans with a fresh perspective. That is the reason, even with these figures, the Galactic Council came together in agreement to form an alliance with Earth instead of pursuing conquest. A species that can achieve such ratios in protecting others will forge the most steadfast allies and the most formidable adversaries. The lecture hall was enveloped in silence as the ramifications permeated the thoughts of numerous extraterrestrial intellects. In the back row, Cadet Chun merely nodded and resumed her note-taking, as if absorbing the information that her kind was the most formidable military power in existence. The Chronicles of the Galaxy were merely another subject to prepare for in the upcoming test. Professor Ixtala came to understand that the nonchalant acknowledgement of their own deadly nature was, in fact, the most disconcerting aspect of it all.